What up? Man, I feel so much better. So much better. Man, them meetings, I swear, I get to go in there, fucking vent. Nobody's gonna say anything about my vent. And just get it out. I was so upset yesterday, and this morning I pumped myself up, and I fucking killed it today at work. And it's not like I killed it and like everything is all good, but I took that negative energy I had where I was so upset and I turned it into positive energy. I grinded at the gym, went into work, grinded it at work, and then fucking all that residual that was left over, I shared in a meeting. And you know, there's some people that I talk to where I'm able to get things out to, and I really appreciate those people in my life. And you know, the worst thing I can do for myself, and I don't know if you're like this, but the worst thing I can do for myself is nothing. Isolate, scroll, stare at the TV, do nothing. The best thing I can do for myself when I'm feeling like, because I felt like, and I still feel it, you know, I feel better, but I still feel it. Like I felt like it was a fuck you to me. And it wasn't even like because I didn't hit it. It was just the reaction that I got. Like the reaction felt like they don't give a fuck about my kids. The laughs, the fucking, no you idiot, you know, that kind of shit. I was defeated for just a day. Today's spiritual principle of the day, I'll talk about, like, you know, the just for today. Today's spiritual principle of the day was about discipline, being able to say no. So then there are times you can say yes. When I woke up this morning, I looked at the ceiling and I just wanted to cry. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go to the gym. And then something inside of me said, no, you're fucking going. And I just fucking got my shit in gear and I fucking went. And then I just nonstop. And sure, don't get me wrong, my attitude was like, fuck you. But it went in a different way. It was like, you know, when they were like, hey, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. No, you're not good. Yeah, I'm good. Not sharing with the wrong people, not expressing how I felt. And then going into the meeting and sharing exactly how I felt and how I handled it. The music sounds better. You know, it's not a good thing when the music doesn't sound good. So if you're struggling and the music doesn't sound good and you don't, and the only thing that sounds good is depressing fuck you music, work on it. It's really important. Get it out. I don't care if it's exercise, however you do it. Fucking paint a picture, whatever. Do it. It's the best thing I can do for myself is not isolate. Not sulk for too long and self-pity. And it's okay to be angry. That's a healthy emotion. And the only reason I'm angry is because I'm sad. You know? And I'm sad not for me. You know? I was sad for my littles. Because, like, they don't have any control over, like, what they're gonna get. They don't have any control over that. It's on me. And when I don't hit the fucking bill, like when I don't step up to the plate and deliver, like I feel like I'm failing them. But I know that's not the case. That's my disease. My dark, the devil, whatever you want to call it, was all up in my head yesterday. Quit that fucking job. Fuck those fucking people. Blah, 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 blah. You know, and that way of thinking is my first thought, which is always wrong. How about make it fucking happen? And it's all fucking good. And you are gonna fucking handle this. And they're gonna be okay. And it's gonna work out. That's the mentality that I took into work today. That's the mentality I took into my day today. And I handled it in that meeting too. That share that I just did was not a fuck you share. It was like, hey man, it's, you know, I felt like saying all this stuff and I didn't. Which is fucking growth. I didn't make people walk on eggshells today around me. That's fucking growth. And so I'm proud of myself. You know, I got my check and I didn't know I was going to get paid today. And it's not enough, but I can pay rent and I can pay some bills. So I don't have to stress on that. And I was so worried. I was so worried that I was going to have to call my landlord and be like, yo, I can't pay rent this month. Like, I can give you guys like $500. And even though I didn't hit like certain things, I was able to grind it out and make that and make enough. And it's going to be enough. And I could breathe a little bit. Not fully yet, because I still got some work to do, but I'm still in a funk, dude. But I'm okay. And I'm not like fuck you right now. And that's like the most important thing. To not feel like fuck you. And to just know that like that's part of this fucking grind. The grind is not just going in and fucking slanging cars and all that. The grind is, I don't say fuck you when I want to. The grind is, I don't pick up, even though that's the only thing that fucking sounds good. The grind is reaching out to people that I know understand where I'm coming from and don't like, and they're just like, man, I feel you. You know, the grind is doing those things and doing these videos and showing up for, you know, my kids and all that. And so you know, I look around and around these streets and like, and I see it, man. I see what could have been me. You know, I see where I was heading. And that's that point where it's just like, well, fuck it. You know, you've lost your kids, you've lost your job, you've lost your car, you've lost your fucking everything. So I'm just gonna fucking post up on the fucking side of this building here and just fucking slowly die. And I didn't let myself get to that. Because it was coming. If I'd have lost my kids and I'd have lost my fucking house and I'd have lost fucking my job and my car would have got repoed and I couldn't get it back and, you know, I can't pay my phone so my phone's turned off and fucking all of that domino effect that happens when we go out, we stay out. If I'd have kept going and that would have happened to me, it'd be cold right now. I'd be crying under some tree, next to some bush, next to some fucking building that's closed and, you know, scared that fucking police are gonna come. Not knowing what the fuck's going on with my kids. Probably state take them or something, you know? And then they never want to talk to me again. Even if I got back. And then by the time I got back, I'd be fucking 60. I didn't go there. I didn't make it there. And I have a good fucking chance of continuing to rise. And so like that gratitude that I holler about, that they talk about, that all of that shit, that has to remain. You know, today I said to somebody, I don't want to live where I'm like, well, at least I'm not fucking there. Because like, then I can just downplay where I'm at. Yes, that's fucking important to not fucking be there. And to know that like I was heading there. slowly. So that gratitude has to fucking stay there all the time. And when I tell myself that's not a big deal because I couldn't fucking hit my bonus, I'm letting that part of my brain, that fucking darkness, I'm letting that win. Where it's like, yeah, man, that ain't shit. And you're not good either. It's important that I remember that, where I was going. No matter how fucking far along I get. Sometimes it's important to fucking drive around and see it. And just know that, like, I was, like, they probably were like me not too long ago. And now they're there. How hard is it to fucking find a job when you're there? You know, I said sometimes I'm like, man, they're making this decision, like, who knows how the fuck the dominoes fell for them to get them there. They didn't fall for me like that because I made some choices that I continue to do every single fucking day. Get back to routine every single fucking day. No breaks. And I'll downplay my shit because, like, the house isn't as clean as I'd like it to be. I'll downplay the toilets being fixed. I'll downplay going out and fucking going to and doing a poem, but Laney, because, like, I miss my shit by 2 fucking whatever. I'll downplay it all. But the bottom line is, like, this time 2 years ago, man, I didn't give a fuck. Clearly. So I'm really fucking grateful that I'm not stuck in this cold right now. It's cold as a motherfucker out there. And there's some areas right now in the world where it's even colder. And they got it worse. And I am grateful for these meetings. And I'm grateful for these steps and my sponsor. I'm grateful for these people. They're helping me stay straight. They're helping me, like, fucking, without even trying. Conversations and shit. It's making a huge impact on my life so I can be better. It's worth it, man. If you're, like, wondering what the fuck, it's fucking worth it. So you can trip on, like, fucking some deal you can get or fucking some shit, other shit, you know? It's worth tripping over that. To put in the work to get to that. Man, I was gonna go in here, buy some fucking protein shake stuff, mix. Money I don't have. Cause when I'm fucking tripping, man, I just want to buy shit. I was talking to somebody about that. I know exactly how that feels. It might be some other shit that I buy, but it's some shit that I buy. You know, I need to go home. Anyways. That's all I got.